What's up, Chicago Bears fans? Today I'm rocking that orange Brian Urlacher jersey. I'm really feeling it, and I'm really excited right now because I'm getting ready to go on a cross-country road trip with some really good friends of mine. It's going to be a blast. But before that, I wanted to talk about some Chicago Bears news that's been floating around the last couple of days. Something new, something exciting, and something possibly to be concerned with. And I wanted to address it and give you guys my thoughts. So let's talk the Bears. First things first, let's talk about the orange helmets, the new alternates that we're getting for the 2022 season. And let me tell you something. I think they look pretty damn slick. I like the orange. I like the orange jerseys, and now we're going to be wearing the orange helmets to go with them. And we're going to be wearing it twice this year in the month of October, which makes a whole lot of sense. You know, orange, Halloween, fall, and all that. We're going to wear it first on Thursday Night Football against the Washington Commanders, prime time. And then again on Week 8, October 30th, against the Dallas Cowboys. And I'll be live at that game to see those bad boys in person. I'll be going to that Cowboys game. That's going to be fun. But, yeah, I really like it, man. It looks really cool. It matches really well. Like I said, I really dig the orange. Now, what would have been really cool if they would have added this logo onto that helmet. I think that would have been even more slick. Now, I know there are those who are traditionalists and would have preferred more of a traditional look, and I totally get that. I mean, we're the Chicago Bears. We do traditional. And I'm not going to lie. I think a navy blue helmet with the white C would have looked awesome. I would have probably gone with that. But I'll take the orange helmets. I like them. Let me know what you guys think. So going back to Thursday Night Football, Week 6, against the Washington Commanders. In my opinion, I think this is a very important week for us because it's going to be a great, true test for our offensive line to go against the talented, stout defensive line of the Washington Commanders. This is where we're going to see what we're made up of here. And speaking to that, I want to bring up some other news that just recently dropped about the Chicago Bears. We just went out and signed veteran offensive lineman Michael Schofield to a deal. He came in, he worked out for us, and we signed him. And I really like this move a whole lot because he's a veteran who can play guard, he can play tackle. He started in 81 games throughout his career. He started in 12 games last year for the Los Angeles Chargers. So he brings veteranship, versatility, and depth. We are now, in my opinion, stronger on our offensive line than we were just a couple of days ago. I feel better about that, especially given the fact that where he's really strong at is pass blocking. And that is going to be very important for us this year and for Justin Fields. So I really like that move a whole lot. Now to some news that's frustrating, confusing, and a bit concerning for me is the whole Roquan Smith situation. He is currently holding out training camp, and I don't blame him. He feels he deserves an extension, and I think he does. I mean, Ryan Poles, he comes in as our new GM, and his game plan was anyone who is not factored into our long-term is gone. He's trading them away. He's building assets, freeing up cap space. My question for Ryan Poles is Roquan Smith not factored into your long-term plans? Why hasn't a deal gotten done yet? It was back in April that Roquan Smith felt like an extension would get done soon. And here we are in late July, and a deal hasn't been done, and he's having to hold out. What's the holdup, Ryan Poles? I don't really understand this situation. Roquan Smith is somebody you want on your team. He's someone you want to build your defense around. I want him extended. And Poles, I hope you get the job done soon so he can show up to training camp because we're going to need him. So hopefully that gets done pretty soon. Now we got to discuss those renovation plans by the city of Chicago. They are really starting to feel the heat because now they're starting to take seriously that the Bears are not messing around. They're going to go to Arlington. They'll leave Soldier Field because this is the best effort that the city has put forward for the Bears to stay. And I'm looking at these renovation plans and I'm like, okay, this looks pretty slick. They're going to enclose the stadium. They're going to add a dome over it. They're going to extend the seating from 61,500 to 70,000. And that's important because now Soldier Field would be eligible for a Super Bowl bid. And not only that, but Soldier Field would be multi-purposeful all year long to host all kinds of events, which would bring the city in a whole lot of money. And also, they were going to be open to naming rights of the field. And they're probably going to have to do that if this were to go down, because estimates for the renovations on this plan would range anywhere from $900 million to $2.2 billion. That's crazy. Now, consider this, though. Back in 2002, when the renovations were made to Soldier Field, 20 years ago, which is now dubbed the Mistake by the Lake, those renovations cost $600 million. And those still are not paid off. So you haven't even paid off your last bill, and now you want to tack on $900 million to $2.2 billion on more renovations to keep the Bears from moving? And let me tell you something also. When I was looking at those renovation plans, I was reading this whole article about everything, about what they're planning on doing, adding concession stand space from 50,000 square feet to 200,000 square feet. Sounds great. But one thing I did not read, and maybe I overlooked it, maybe the information was elsewhere, and you guys can let me know in the comment section. I didn't read anything about parking. And any Bears fan who's been to Soldier Field, or any visiting fan who's been to Soldier Field, can tell you how horrible, how atrocious Soldier Field parking can be. I mean, you can park so far away, and by the time you get from your vehicle all the way down to your seat at Soldier Field, you feel like you've been on some Lord of the Rings journey by that time. I mean, it's ridiculous how horrible it is of a situation to get in and out of, and how the parking is. I didn't read anything about that. So, I don't know, maybe I overlooked it. Do I think any of this stuff is going to keep the Bears from moving? No, I don't think so. And I even read that a Bears spokesman said on Monday that they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to take these plans into consideration because it's fair to the city and to the fans that do want to see the Chicago Bears stay in Soldier Field. But their major priority, their main concern, their number one option is to move. And I honestly think that's just what we're going to do and what we need to do. We need to move to Arlington. Soldier Field is always going to hold a special place in all of our hearts. It's an icon. It's a landmark, but it's time. And I think a lot of us Bears fans who have been to games know what the deal is. So I don't think it's going to work. Bears are moving to Arlington. And nice try, Chicago, but it's a little bit too late. Now, Bears fans, let me know what you guys think about all this news going on, the new helmets, the Roquan Smith situation. What do you think about Schofield? Like I said, I thought that was a pretty damn good move. And let me know about your renovation ideas. Do you think we should stay? Do you think the Bears should take that? Or do you think we should just go? I think we should just still go. And Ryan Poles, get the job done. Get Roquan Smith extended. Let's go. Bear down.